One, two, three. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. 1, 2, and 3. Hello again, Shaker Ice hockey fans, and welcome to the Kent State Ice Arena here on the Kent State University campus. We are here to see how your Red Raiders can open up their run in the Kent Regional Bracket. Winner of the regional making it to state semifinals. Now, so far, a couple of games have already taken place. Both familiar opponents to Shaker Ice in the form of University School and Gilmore Academy have already moved on to the regional quarterfinals. Can Shaker join these teams, moving on to play the winner of Menor and Mayfield? Well, it will start by not underestimating the competition. Though yes, the Preppers of US beat their first opponent 10-0, Gilmore Academy, who was 6th ranked in the OHSAA rankings, only beat their opponent 1-0. That opponent being 65th ranked. Now, something to most definitely note is that it was due to a forfeit, so perhaps it doesn't count in our book. Now, anyway, I think many of us would expect the outcome to be similar to the Preppers game, but this isn't the mentality one should have. From what I've heard from the members of the Red Raider squad, today should be a breeze, but it can also not be overlooked on the schedule. Today's opponent, the Comets of Solon High School, come now to the OHSAA tournament ranked 68th. Out of the 71 included in rankings, with an, if I'm being honest, rather unfortunate record, standing at 0-16-0. Shaker, on the other hand, 15th ranked, with a 10-18-5 record. These two schools clearly have their athletic focuses in different places. If we take a look back at week 2 of the Red Raider football season this school year, it was Solon at home defeating the Raiders 34-0. Not the most fun game to watch as a Shaker football fan. The Red Raiders are looking to make this contest as miserable for Solon as the Comets did to Shaker's football team. Something else to note, looking at the records of the two squads, Shaker has played plenty more games in comparison to the Comets. Solon's played 16 and Shaker has played more than double the amount, 33 games. This does include tournament play and such. Will these numbers show through today's play? Well, I suppose we'll see. Something to most definitely note is that starting junior defenseman Quentin Garnett will be out due to an injury to his ankle. We're hoping he, if Shaker moves forward in their tournament run, can return to the ice and make a positive impact as he has done throughout the season. However, for now, his subtraction to the lineup sets the lines to where they are now. The forward line, number 1, will be Gerber, Kemp, and Richards. Second, it's going to be Lenahan in at center, Brown and Miller on the wings. The third line, Schneider, English, and Moore. And in the fourth line, Connor Mayhew, Jed Skilkin, and Ryan Kiltz. In at defense, Jolly and Lazar moved up to the first line of defense. The second line will be Greenberg and Jonathan Kalergis. Andy Benincasas making up that third line of defense. Also on defense is Jacob Zhang. And goalie we have Cooper Mears, and the two backing him up, Michael Better and Nico Daenerys. Now we send it down to ice level for player introductions.
Today's game brings together the Shaker Heights Raiders and the Solon Comets. Shaker Heights will serve as the home team for today's contest. Both Shaker Heights High School and Solon High School are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by high standards of conduct and competition. The athletes in this game are friendly rivals, and while the play may be fierce at times, all in attendance are reminded that this is a game between youngsters and that sporting behavior is always expected. Noisemakers of any kind are prohibited. The officials assigned to this game have been selected and assigned according to procedures adopted by the OHSAA. They've been selected based on their experience, expertise, and knowledge of the game, and are well qualified to perform their duties. Today's officials are Mr. Ryan Christoph and Mr. Victor Levasseur. And Now let's introduce today's starting lineups. First for the visiting Solon Comets. On defense, number 10, Cooper Davis. And now introducing the home team for today's contest, the Shaker Heights Raiders. On defense, number 7, Isaiah Jolly. On defense, number 28, Emmett Lazar. At forward, number 5, Sam Gerber. At forward, number 6, Jack Camp. At forward, number 25, Gavin Richards. And at goal, number 1, Cooper Mears. Shaker Heights is coached by Matt Bartley and assisted by Rashawn Ewing, Carson Strain, and Nick Scholes. And now, fans, we ask that if you're able, we invite you to stand as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
The anthem of the day. I did want to mention in the lineup, in comparison to the last Raider contest, is that sophomore Joey Moore is back in at the third line spot with Schneider and English after suffering a concussion against Walsh Jesuit in the first game of the GLHL Cleveland Cup. Now, Moore's well-rounded play style and awareness is something we can all appreciate, and we'll see if he can make a difference in his return. Now, also something I wanted to note when it comes to the lineup is that we can assume that if the game does get very one-sided in the advantage of Shaker, is that we will see more of their secondary and not as regularly seen lines getting more ice time than usual. We could also perhaps see Michael Better or Nico Daenerys come in as replacement in between the pipes to get some minutes behind Cooper Mears as well. But it's not exactly get ahead of ourselves here, as we are awaiting puck drop, and it's just about coming right now. Von Ullum, of course, is back with the call of play-by-play here for the very start of your Red Raider run in the OHSAA Kent Regional. Your Red Raiders in white and red, Solon out there in navy and white. Now immediately off the draw, it's Gavin Richards ripping a shot. Glove save, and we are off. Bit of a fumble with the save on that left glove. He had to lay the leather down on the ice in order to get the whistle. We'll see if that's something we will continue to see. Here's Jack Camp. Shot made. Save made. Only 15 seconds off the clock. Quickly, 2 shots made by the Red Raider squad. Lazar back to Jolly. 2 starting defensemen today after Quentin Garnett is out. They move Noam Greenberg back with Jonathan Kalergis in that second line spot. Here at the point, shot made by Lazar, it'll go wide. Jolly with another chance. Barely a save made by the Comets keeper. Someone's going to clear this one. Just barely off of the skate of Jack Camp. Here it looks like the second line of offense is going to get out early. The only first liner still out there is Jack Camp. Now he's going to hop off in replacement. It's Ryan Lenahan, the sophomore center. Up to Isaac Miller. He's going to take the shot. It'll go wide. Josh Brown struggling to keep it in Red Raider possession. Isaac Miller joining the play in the corner to the right of the Solon keeper. Now back to the point. It's Noam Greenberg. Shot made. Can't get through the traffic. Greenberg poking it to try and keep it inside of the blue line, but eventually skating it out is the captain, number 22. Now taken right back in Red Raider possession, but now here it's with number 22. Moore can't take it, but luckily for the Red Raiders, the Solon attack will be stopped early with the offsides call. 13:26 left to go in period number 1. Shaker already with 4 shots. Solon still looking for their first. Face-off won by Shaker. It's back to Kalergis. Third line of offense now out. Moore up to Schneider. Schneider wheeling in along the boards, trying to center it, but it'll hit the skate of number 5. Taken over by English. English back to the point for Greenberg. Greenberg to the corner for Schneider. Schneider still in that corner for English to the point. To the other point for Kalergis. Going to take the shot, looking for a rebound chance. And goal is scored. That one's by Oscar Schneider. And with that, your Red Raiders take the early 1-goal lead against the Comets of Solon High School. 1-0 our score. Waiting for confirmation from the scoreboard here at Kent State Ice Arena. Still says 0-0. Captain Red Raider possession. It's Sammy Gerber. Centering it to Jack Kent. To Gavin Richards. Is right off of his skate. Behind the net it goes. Still in possession of the red and white. To Jolly. Jolly looking for a lane to shoot. He's going to wheel around number 11. Take it to the backhand. Shot made. Save made. We've got 12 and a half left to go in period number 1. And now the scoreboard will be updated. 1-0 our score. Here, centering pass to Sammy Gerber, not able to hold the trigger. He'll send it back to the point. Shot made by Lazar. That one's going to be sent wide. I believe that hit a stick in the lane. Richards in camp in the corner. Now behind the net it goes. Taken over by number 22 of the men in Navy. With a good play by Jack Camp, he gets it right back in possession of the red and white.
Oscar Schneider.
Back to the point it goes. It's with Emmett Lazar. Skating it into the corner. Now behind the net he goes. He's going to try to send this one over to Isaac Miller. Stick in the lane. Ends that threat. Solon's now going to send this out to the Red Raider side of things. Josh Brown taking it over as the second line of offense is now out in its totality. To Lenahan. Lenahan dropping it back off for Josh Brown. To Isaac Miller. Shot made. Body in the lane. Isaac Miller taking it back to Josh Brown. Pass just out of his reach. Centering it to Isaac Miller. Yet again, a man in Navy there to interrupt the play. Now Solon sends this one down the ice. We will get the icing with 11:17 left to go in period number 1. One nothing our score. Shaker taking the early lead here in Kent State. Josh Brown back to the point for Greenberg. Greenberg around the boards. It goes to Isaac Miller, but he goes down to the ice on his own doing. Gets right back up and joins the play. Now to Lenahan. Back to Josh Brown in the corner. To the point it goes for Kalergis. To Brown in the middle of the corner in the point. Take it down to the ice. No call on the play. Isaac Miller back to Kalergis. Shot made. Looking for a tip out in front. It's still loose. Lenahan gets control of it. Looks like he might try to center this one himself. Defender right between him and the net. So we'll decide to send this to the point. Kalergis sending it around the boards. 1-0 our score as number 22, the captain of Solon, takes it out. Look at it dangle around Jonathan Kalergis. He pokes it away, saying no thank you. And now it's Isaac Miller the other way, joined by Jed Skilkin. Isaac Miller taking it around the defenseman. Now behind the net, it's Skilkin and Miller fighting for the puck possession. And around the boards it goes to Connor Mayhew. Mayhew to Jolly. Jolly gonna rip a shot. That one just can't get through the 5-hole. And the save is made. So far in the shot department, it's 8-0. Advantage Red Raiders. And in face-offs, it's 5-1. Now 6-1. Their shot made, save made yet once again. Back to the point it goes to Jolly. Jolly to Lazar. Lazar, shot made. That one can't find its way to the net. Solon unable to clear it for the time being. Offensive line out there is Skilkin, Mayhew, and Kiltz. Now joining is Jack Camp as this one is iced down to the white and red side of the ice. 9:40 left to go in period number 1. Your Red Raiders are on top in a 1-0 game. Face-off, won by the Raiders. Greenberg and Kalergis out on defense. The first line of offense out with Gerber, Camp, and Richards. Camp's got it. He'll rip a shot. Stick right out in front. Number 22, the captain of the Red Raiders. Got to hit it and send the puck all the way up and into the netting. Out of play, face-off. Now being taken by Gavin Richards. And Shaker will get control of it. Camp. Kalergis, shot made. Looking for a tip is Richards. Instead it will be tipped wide. Now shot made by Sammy Gerber. And yet again, a man in Navy interrupts the shot, but right there to take another rip at it is Jack Camp. Save made by the keeper. Here it's Richards in the corner. To Camp. Camp. To Greenberg. Greenberg. Gonna try and rip a shot. It would have gone wide regardless. Now Camp gets control of it. Shot made. It'll go wide. Shaker so far with all of the momentum here in Kent, Ohio. Noam Greenberg wheeling it behind the net. Now centering it to Jack Camp. He's got 2 men in Navy on him. He'll just send this back to Greenberg. Along the boards, now centering it over to Jack Camp, who's making his way into the slot. Fortunately not able to rip a shot. And the net is out of place. We get the whistle with 8:23 left to go in the first. Shaker's second line of offense, first line of defense, back out now. Face-off won by the Red Raiders. Wheeling it forward, it's Emmett Lazar. Shot made, save made. Only 8 seconds off the clock there. 8:15 left to go in the first. 1-0, our score. Shakers on top. Face off. Won by Solon. Can they clear it around the boards? Not just yet. Jolly trying to send it back in deep along the boards. And it is still in Red Raider possession. With Isaac Miller. Miller to Jolly. Shot made. And goal scored. I believe that's all the way back at the point for Jolly. I think he'll get credited with the goal. And with that, Shaker Heights extends their lead to 2 in a 2-0 score. As I say, it's how we expected the game to go. And so far, your Red Raiders are quickly dominating. Greenberg sending it in. Moore's going to take it. Or, excuse me, he'll glide right past it. For Kalergis to take it behind the net. Back to the point for Greenberg. Greenberg trying to get it back to English. It's off his stick and outside of the zone. They'll regroup. Back in the neutral zone. Greenberg. Moore. Moore sends it back to Schneider. Here's the first goal scorer in this one. There, Moore playing physical, bumping number 22 off the play.
Assisted by number 13, Isaac Miller. Greenberg from Miller at 7:05, the first period.
Here it's out in front. Schneider looking for a second goal. Now Moore flips it up and in off the backhand. And the sophomore pops one into the back of the net. 3-0 is now our score. Jack Camp winning the draw. Jolly up to Richards. Richards moving it forward with speed. Trying to center it, but to no avail. Now Sammy Gerber centering it over to Jack Camp. He's got an opportunity. Back to Gerber. It's still loose out in front. Jack Camp is going to take control of it again. Sending it to the point for Lazar. Shot made. It'll end up going wide. Gavin Richards. There, shot made by Richards as he enters into the slot. He's going to stick with it behind the net. To Lazar. Lazar. And to wheel through two defenders. Now getting it back to the point. The point it goes to the corner. Now Jack Camp's got it. Shot made. Goal scored. And now quickly. It's 4-0. Goals so far have been scored by Oscar Schneider, Noam Greenberg, Joey Moore, and now Jack Camp. Good stick left by Ryan Lenahan, trying to get it back in Red Raider possession, and eventually it will tip over to Andy Benincasa. He's out there with Braden White, the two sophomores, making up the defensive line. Isaac Miller, back to Benincasa, to White, shot made. Save made. Good shot by White. Not a name that we have announced too often this season. Lenahan, back to Benincasa. Benincasa looking for a shot, he'll take it. Miller trying to tip it out in front. Now to Brown. Brown just poked away from. Back at the blue line. It'll go to White. White working it behind the net. Off the backhand, trying to center it. That won't work. Solon's going to send this one down the ice, and we get the whistle. 5:03 left to go in period number 1. And this shot count is not pretty. 17-0 advantage Red Raiders. Solon still looking for that first shot. Off the backhand. Shaker. Sticking with it, it's Noam Greenberg. To Moore. Moore trying to work it from backhand to forehand. And it will not work. Now Schneider behind the net. To English. Goal score. Perfect pass from Schneider. Credit him on the assist. And Drew English is going to make this now a 5-0 game. Well, I cannot say we didn't expect this. So far, out of the 5 goal scorers, none have scored 2. We'll see if anyone can take that lead. Here it's Solon working it up. To Ryan Kiltz it goes. Kept in at the point by Greenberg. Greenberg dumps it in deep into the zone. And eventually it will be cleared by Solon. Icing is waved off as it goes right to Cooper Mears. Cooper Mears leaving it to Jacob Zhang. Zhang to Greenberg. Greenberg struggling to stick with it. The backhand, he'll get it to co-defenseman Zhang. Zhang back to Greenberg. Greenberg wheeling it outside of the zone and eventually finding Kiltz. Kiltz struggling to stick with it. Solon taking right back out. But with Mayhew, it lies in the neutral zone. To Kiltz. Kiltz, unable to stick with it. Back out of the zone it goes. Kalergis dumping it in deep. Mayhew heading off. The first line of offense is now out in its totality. On defense, Kalergis and Jolly. Jolly skating this one back into the Red Raiders zone. Now along the boards, it's Gerber. Gerber getting it to Richards as he didn't like his potential entry into the O zone. But now he will. Sammy Gerber behind the net. For Richards to take. Richards to Camp. Camp to the point it goes for Kalergis. Shot made. Sammy Gerber looking for a second opportunity. Save is made by the Solon keeper. 2:53 left to go in period number 1. Our score is 5-0. Out there on offense, it's going to be the second line. Josh Brown, Ryan Lenahan, and Isaac Miller. Lenahan taking the draw. On defense, it's Braden White, and it is Emmett Lazar. Face-off won by Lenahan. Shot made by Miller right off the draw. Save is made once again. Face-off right where we had it, to the left of the Solon keeper. Lenahan taking it once again. Back to Miller. Same play, same outcome. Shot made by Miller. Save is made with the glove. Yet again, face-off won by Lenahan, but this time away from a defender and back to the neutral zone it goes. Lazar to White. White to Brown. Brown leaving it for Lenahan. He's going to look for a goal. Shot made. Save made, and into the corner it goes for Josh Brown. Josh Brown poked away from Lenahan there to pick it up. And centering it to Isaac Miller, just out of his reach, into a Comet. Immediately taken by White. Shot made. Save made. White looking 5-hole. And now he'll hop off with Emmett Lazar. Looks like they're going to go with a whole new look out there on offense and defense. On defense, it's going to be Benincasa and Greenberg. On offense, it's going to be that third line. Moore taking the draw. He's one of the goal scorers of this first period. English to Greenberg. Shot made. Looking for a tip is Schneider. He won't be able to get Benincasa to English. English to Moore. Moore looking to get it back to Schneider on the opposite side of the Solon post. Or, excuse me, opposite side of the Solon net. Here's Greenberg. Greenberg taking it out himself. To English. English. Schneider. Schneider back to English in the slot, trying to make his way up to the net. And now Greenberg with a shot all the way from the blue line. That will go just wide. Solon trying to clear it. Can Greenberg keep it in? Yes, he can. Back around the boards to Schneider. Schneider. To the point for Greenberg. Greenberg's going to take it, trying to center it. No one home. Benincasa, the sophomore. To Schneider. Schneider in the corner. Looking for Skilkin. Skilkin just pickpocketed. And Solon's back the other way. It's the captain, number 22, working around Kalergis. Almost able to make the play around Kalergis. Just bumps him away from the play. Now here it's with Mayhew, the freshman, moving it forward. And he's got a chance. The freshman looking for a shot, and that one almost fell in. Good opportunity there by the left-handed freshman. Now he's along the boards, looking to get it back to the point. Number 11 is right there to take it back for Solon. Taken in by Kalergis. Shot made, glove save by the Solon keeper. We've got 26.5 seconds left to go in the first. And Shaker is dominating this first period in a score of 5-0. Face-off won by Kip. Shot made by Sammy Gerber. Save made. Great shots here by the men in red and white. Gavin Richards. To the point it goes. Lazar. Lazar to Greenberg. Greenberg ripping a shot. Sticking the lane ends that threat. Sammy Gerber with it in the corner. To Greenberg. Greenberg to Camp. Camp off the backhand. Looking to get it over to Lazar, but as that one's out of his reach, it will take us to the end of period number 1. Shaker, let's just say they're dominating this game so far through the first 15 minutes. Thank you for tuning in. Shaker's up 5-0. We will be back for the second frame of 15. Winner of this one moves on to play the winner of Mentor versus Mayfield. That game's taking place right here after this game. That one, I believe, is set for 2:30. And the winner of that moves on to play at First Energy Stadium in the regional semifinals. We'll see if Shaker can get here, but it all starts with a win. So far, it's looking good as the score is 5-0. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back for the second. And we are back for the second frame of the sport. Here's Shaker up against the Solon Comets here in Shaker Heights' first match of the OHSAA Kent Regional Bracket. First line of offense in at the moment. On defense is Isaac Miller, and it's Noam Greenberg. Shot at the point by Noam Greenberg, and now save is made. Shaker Heights is up in the contest, and a score of 5-0. And yeah, in the first period, very one-sided stats. In the first period, 25. And well, while I'm talking about it, a goal is scored by Josh Brown. So now it is a 6-0 game. And yeah, as I said, after the first frame of 15, it was 25-0 in the shot department and 17-4 in face-off department. Here's Ryan Lenahan. Lenahan centering it to Moore. That shot offline. Lazar with a point for Jolly. To Moore, working it into the corner. Now going to take it himself. Off the backhand, save is made with that left pad of the keeper. Jolly keeping it inside of the O-zone. Back around the boards it goes, and this time it will escape. Solon sending it in. That's going to be an icing. 13:41 left to go in the second. And yeah, this one is almost already decided in a score of 6-0. And I believe after 2 periods, if it is a 10-goal game, it's over. Kilts to Zhang. Zhang unable to keep it in Red Raider possession. Shaker clearing this one outside of the blue line. On defense for the moment, it's Kalergis. And it's Benincasa, the forward line. Kilts, Zhang, and Skilkin. 13-13 left to go in period number 2. Kilts unable to stick with it. It's in the Red Raider zone. Kalergis to Benincasa. Benincasa looking up to Kilts, right off of number 11 of the men in Navy, and now it'll be Zhang to send it in to the Solon zone. Zhang keeping it in. Around the boards it goes. Greenberg. And now Solon clearing it right back out. Unless it's on net, that should be an icing, but it'll be better. Taking it anyway. Camp sends it down. Icing's waved off. The forward line, the first forward line, is out there on defense. It's Greenberg. And it is Isaac Miller. 12:20 left to go in the second. Miller skating this one forward along the boards. Nearest to our camera. At the point, it's Gavin Richards. To Captain Greenberg. To Jack Camp. Looking for a shot. He'll not pull the trigger. Out of the blue line. Richards. To Greenberg. Looking to get it back to Jack Camp in the slot. Not able to pull the trigger. Now Isaac Miller with a shot and goal scored. I'm not sure who's going to be credited on that one. Maybe it's Jack Camp. Maybe it's Isaac Miller back at the point with the shot. Not sure if that tipped. I thought it did. We'll see. So with that 7-0 now our score. The Red Raiders are on top with under 12 minutes left to go in the second. Off the face-off, English to Mayhew. Shot made, save made with the glove. And yes, now we've got running clock. Mayhew to Brown. Shot made. English swooping in, trying to make a secondary shot. And Mayhew getting it back in his possession. What will he try to do? Kajali, shot made, and it goes wide. Now Lazar. Lazar behind the net, into the corner. Now trying to center it over to the slot for Moore. He's not able to get there. It's an odd man rush developing for Solon, but Jolly's all over it with Joey Moore pressuring him to make a play. And with that, back in Shaker possession. It's Moore. He's one of the goal scorers for Shaker Heights. Here's with Lenahan. Lenahan's trying to get it over to the freshman Mayhew, just out of his reach, unable to pull the trigger. Now Jolly with a shot, it'll go wide. Lenahan in the corner, working it behind the net. And now a shot is made by the sophomore, it'll go wide. Moore taking it. Back to the defenseman, it's Kalergis and Jolly. Kalergis taking it in himself, Jolly hopping off, Braden White coming on. Here, shot made by Oscar Schneider. And that won't go anywhere. The captain, number 22, wheeling in. Good poke away by Michael Better. Huge play from the sophomore. Now that pass from White is out of Oscar Schneider's reach. Icing is waved off. Now Schneider off the backhand. Now Lenahan. Taking it behind the net. It's 7-0. Looking to make it 8-0. What can they do? Lenahan trying to make the play himself. It won't work to perfection. Now it's back to Braden White at the point, trying to skate it up along the boards. Bumped off the play. Solon trying to clear it. They're not able to. It's Moore. Shot made. Body in the lane. Ends the threat. And now it's Kalergis back behind the net. With a point, it goes for Skilkin. Shot made. That one will go wide. An awkward stick to putt contact, so it'll fly somewhat lazily. Now here, it's Oscar Schneider trying to tuck it in. And he's not able to get the puck to cross the line. And with that, 9 minutes and ticking down remaining in period number 2. Jed Skilkin taking the face off. Won by the men in Navy and trying to clear it out, but Zeng is right along the boards to try to make the play. And keeping it in is Greenberg. The forward line, it's Kiltz, Skilkin, and Zeng. Kiltz getting it in this possession, shot made. Men in Navy is right there. Zeng trying to get it back to the point. Kiltz will help him out along the boards. Shot made by Miller, save made by the Solon keeper. 8:10 now left to go in the second. The first line in offense coming back out. Camp's going to take this face off, but it is won by Solon. Trying to clear it. No thank you, says Noam Greenberg, and trying to get it behind the net to no avail. Poke to Gavin Richards at the point. Now here's shot made. Jack Camp looking for a secondary shot, not able to make one. Camp to Gerber. Gerber to Richards in the slot, looking for a shot, not able to pull the trigger. It's number 22 wheeling it in for Solon, bumped off the play, taken over by Greenberg. Greenberg over to Jack Camp. Poked away from by number 10, but now here to Sammy Gerber. Gerber to Richards. Shot made, now kicked back to Jack Camp. Shot made, save made. Good effort by these Red Raiders here in the second period. Shot made by Gerber, and it'll be saved. It looks like it was going to go wide regardless, but the glove save, and it will be an upcoming face-off. Drew English taking this face-off. To his right, it's Mayhew. To his left, it's Josh Brown. At the point, it's Lazar. Lazar takes the shot, and that's right, off the pad and in. Great shot by the starting defenseman, Emmett Lazar, the senior, getting the goal here in Kent, Ohio. 6:25 and ticking down now in the second. Eight to nothing is now our score. English. Back to Lazar. Lazar to Mayhew. Mayhew unable to make the plays. Poke checked away from, but now Jolly will pick him up. Back to the neutral zone it goes. Mayhew, the freshman. To defenseman Emmett Lazar. Lazar mishandles it, sending it back into their own zone. Now yet again stolen from. Now here it's 22. Shot made. Save made by Michael Better. Up into the netting it goes, or supposedly out of play. 5:40 left to go. 5:40 left to go in the second. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the first Solon Comet shot of the game. Kalergis. Schneider leaving it to Lenahan. Lenahan unable to move it forward. Back with Solon in the Red Raiders zone. They won't be able to work with it. Kalergis takes it back. And up to Benincasa it goes. Off the boards. Trying to get it to Schneider. Trying to pick it up is Moore. He can't pick it up either. Solon sending it right back down. Icing's waved off. Better coming out from between the blue paint. Or in the blue paint, excuse me. Moore trying to get it up to his co-forward, Oscar Schneider. Not able to make the play. Better to Benincasa. Benincasa to Kalergis. Kalergis to Moore. Moore is going to wheel this one forward. To Oscar Schneider. He's got one already. Behind the net. To Moore. He's also got one. Shot made. Save made. And up into the netting. It goes off the shoulder of the keeper. 4:20 and ticking down now. Left to go in the second period of play. Kiltz off the draw to Greenberg. Greenberg unable to stick with it. He'll send this to Skilkin. Skilkin up to Kiltz off the backhand. It'll go wide. Zeng poke checked away from. But Shaker's going to keep this one inside of the zone, at least momentarily. Off the back of number 22, it's taken over by Skilkin. Back to the point, off of a Solon clearing its end. Greenberg to Miller. Miller working it behind the net. Back to the point for Zeng. Shot made, and it goes wide left. Kiltz to Greenberg. Greenberg to Miller. In the lane of the shot, it's Jacob Zeng. And so now 3 minutes left to go in the second period. In a score of 8-0. It's now Josh Brown in the corner. Now it's Mayhew. Mayhew sticking with it on the backhand to Jolly. Jolly to Lazar. Trying to get it back to Jolly. It's just out of his reach, and it will escape the zone. 2:38 left to go in period number 2. English dumping it in. He's going to chase this one down. To Brown. Brown trying to get it back to Lazar at the point. Unable to do so. It's number 8 trying to work around Lazar. But as he has a little collision with Lazar, it'll be Jolly moving it forward to Mayhew. Mayhew to English. English is going to take the slap shot right to the chest of the Solon Comets keeper, and the save is made. 2:05 and ticking down. Left to go in period number 2. Lenahan, Moore, and Schneider make up the offensive line. On defense, it's White and it's Kalergis. Lenahan getting it to Schneider. He can't find the shot, but now taken over by Lenahan. What can he do? White sending it deeper into the zone for Schneider. Now Lenahan right off of The pass to Lenahan. He cannot get the goal to go. Now more back to Lenahan. Lenahan to Schneider. No one's able to pull the trigger. Solon is going to be able to clear this one. It's number 21 setting it up. Poke checked away by Moore. Moore taking it back into the zone. Leaving it for Lenahan. Shot made. And a save is made with a flash of the leather. Now as clock keeps ticking down, we've got a minute now left to go in the second. Jack Camp taking this face-off, won by the men in blue. Trying to clear it, but to no avail. Greenberg is there. Greenberg to Richards. Richards now working it behind the net, looking to pass it to Jack Camp. Unfortunately, not able to make the pass work. Take it over by Camp. To Miller. Miller back to Camp. Can he take the shot? He will, but it'll go wide. Take it over by the Comets, and they'll clear. Better leaving this one for Noam Greenberg to take. All the way up to Captain Jack Camp it goes. Sammy Gerber looking for a final shot. He'll give it over to Jack Camp. Shot is made. Looking for a rebound opportunity is Gavin Richards, but no shot will be made as that will take us to the end of the second period.
Your attention, officials, coaches, players, and fans. Because of the score differential, we will have a 3-minute intermission without an ice cut. Before we head into the third period, a 3-minute intermission, and we will head right into the third period.
And it looks like, as reported by the stadium announcer, we are only going to get a 3-minute intermission, so we will take a very brief break. Looks like we're going to have a typical third period, I believe, with the continuous clock. So thank you for tuning in. We will be right back after this very brief intermission. Shaker Heights is up against the Solon Comets in a score of 8-0. All right, well, looks like we're not going to have a 3-minute intermission exactly, as the players just want to play. Get this one over with, perhaps, as Shaker is up at a dominating score of 8-0. So it looks like we are going to have a continuous clock third period of, well, exactly 15 minutes. No more, no less. To Jack Camp, to Sammy Gerber. In the slot, he'll work it off the backhand. Save is made. And with that, that will mark the 46th shot from your Shaker Red Raiders. Solon only with one in this contest, and that comes from the second period. In the name of face-offs, Shakers winning that department 26 now to 9. Camp to the point for Greenberg. Greenberg to Miller. Miller will take a slap shot. Looking for a secondary shot now. Sammy Gerber trying to sneak it in, and it looks like he will get the goal to go. Sammy Gerber, number 5. the junior captain, making this now a 9-goal lead. And this one quickly, I mean, after a period, we knew it would get out of hand, and now here it is a 9-0 game. After the first period, it was 5-0. And now it's Solon's. Oh my goodness. It is the Solon captain deciding to just take this one himself and scoring against the Solon Comets keeper. Because these Solon players just want to be done with it. Because why not? So with that, it is now a 10-goal deficit, 10-0 our score. Shaker wins this one, as they will most likely be playing Menor unless Mayfield makes as big of an upset as Solon would be to Shaker. Unfortunately, that does not work, as we saw an unexpected event right there, as the Solon captain decided to get a goal of his own up against his own keeper. All right, so my name is Von Ull. I'm here with the Shaker Athletic Department. We will see you Tuesday at 7:15 back here at the Kent State Ice Arena. As I said, up against Menor, who we have played a great many times this year, or up against Mayfield High School. Most likely Menor. We'll see. So thank you for tuning in. As I said, my name is Von Ullum. Pleasure to be doing play-by-play here in Kent, Ohio. We will see you next time.